Well, hello! Welcome to our second set of qualifying matches. It is gonna be epic as another 4 teams will be competing for a spot at Crush Crush Crush. Let's see our first team that will be competing. The randomizer will begin to bring us to our first choice. In 3, 2, 1, bang. Dragon Lee! Okay. Not who I expected to see, but he is gonna be in this one. Who will be his partner, though? Let us find out. Remember, no repeats can compete in this tournament. It's pure new teams, new aggression. In 3, 2, 1, bang. Naomi. Okay. That is certainly an interesting combination. We'll have to see how that works out for them. Let's move into their opposition. It has to be a guy first, so 3, 2, 1, bang. Otis. Okay. Oh yeah. Three, 2, 1, bang. That was not something I expected to see, but okay. Mighty Molly joining Otis. That's a team, I guess you could say. So, without further ado, let's get into the opening match of this tournament. And here we go with our second tournament day.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, representing the LWO from Tala, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 165 pounds, Dragon Lee!
Dragon Lee coming into this matchup, former WWE Speed Champion, and that's realistically it here in his WWE career. IPW wise, he is coming in relatively fresh, not had the experience of other combatants, looking for chances to compete. Tonight, joining up with a fairly solid resume of a combatant in Naomi. This could be the underdog team of this tournament. That will have to see how it turns out, as we're about to feel the glow. With the worst theme song ever, we bring it to the floor with Naomi.
From Orlando, Florida, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, Naomi!
Now, obviously, this is not in the universe that IPW is in. This is just a standardized tournament, and so that title is non-existent. But clearly, Naomi, a former now tag team champion with Bianca Belair, but here she is looking to kind of elevate herself to another tag team piece of gold. Alongside Dragon Lee, this could be a high-flying team that brings unique offense and, well, certainly some dance moves. We saw, obviously, Dragon Lee praying before Naomi came out. So clearly we've got some praying maneuvers and now some splitting maneuvers. How will this team formulate their offense? We'll have to see. But coming into Crush this weekend, all the teams that qualify will be on a level playing field more than anything. The randomized team aspect sets you up really for success. Hashtag free Otis.
And representing the Alpha Academy from Superior, Wisconsin, weighing in at 330 pounds, Otis!
Now, in this matchup, we have speed, agility, high-flying offense versus some powerhouses and some potentially solid technical wrestling. Otis and Mighty Molly, or Molly Holly, very good team together. Some may say it's a good fit. The randomized aspect of these teams has certainly given us some solid teams that I could potentially see happening. But the Legends aspect, we never really have gotten in IPW. Bar the likes of Booker T, Kurt Angle, we don't see many other Legends.
And from Forest Lake, Minnesota, Molly Holly!
Molly Holly is a legend that is making her debut here in IPW. So an untarnished record that's going to be tarnished potentially in this match. But let's be honest, we want to see as many new wrestlers compete, given a chance. And tonight, it's her chance as we're underway. Otis kicking us off against Dragon Lee. Literally kicking him. And we're seeing some tandem tag team offense to kick us off. Hip toss brings Dragon Lee down to the mat. And it's nice to see Molly Holly competing in the IPW ring. Goes to work on the legs of Dragon Lee, who's just getting him dissected in half at the knee. Lee obviously a high flyer, so taking away that vertical base is solid offense from Molly Holly. Such good ring skills, some very high level thinking from her to punish the opponent and take advantage with that suplex. Into the pin she goes. It's a 1 count. This has been very much a one-sided affair in the early goings. Oh, this is now legal for his team. Locking in, maybe? No. Just going to go for the drop, pushing down on the back. Runs the ropes. Snapmare. Jolts the head of Dragon Lee, who nips up. And tries to catch Otis on the top rope, but misses. Double axe handle from Otis. Plants him in the pinfall attempt. Brings Naomi into the match. These frequent tags coming in and out from Otis and Naomi. Certainly setting him up for success. As they're keeping fresh while punishing Dragon Lee, who's, let's be honest, I don't remember the last time he was on his feet, as another snapmare comes through. Kicking the back as well. Molly Holly heading up top. Goes flying, tries to drop the elbow, the sword missing. And Lee now looking for a bit of reprieve maybe with a tag out. Molly not going to allow it. Instead, a knee strike to the head from Lee drops her. Lee now trying to get involved, but he's caught. And Molly, she's taken the first bit of offense from Lee and tags out. Now Naomi gets the hot tag in from Dragon Lee, but she's walking headfirst into a powerhouse. Otis gonna just have his way with her. And everyone knows Otis, he's very quiet. Very much, you need to push me in order to see my mean streak. And this is certainly not his mean side. This is his pro wrestling pedigree side, where he is showing what he has learned, what he can do. That powerbomb was epic, but the tag out certainly is costly. Naomi gets back to her feet and gets the tag out herself. We have Molly versus Dragon Lee. Nice takedown there from Molly. As these two battling it out. Molly sends Dragon Lee into her corner. Brings Otis into the match once again. Another hip toss connecting. Lee in trouble. As Otis running the ropes. Lands a point blank knee strike to the face. From a downed opponent as well. They are illegal in MMA. But it doesn't really matter here in IPW as Otis planting Lee in for the splash. Hooks the leg. Sorta. One. Naomi breaks up the pin, but it doesn't really matter. Otis looking to follow it up with a splash. And now beckons Lee to his feet. Has him hooked up. Plants him with the world's strongest slam. Pinfall attempt. He crawls into the cover. It's a 1, 2. So nearly a 3. Lee kicking out in the nick of time, but he's at the whim of Otis. Make that Molly Holly. As Otis tags out. Molly's in. Lee finds a way to catch Molly off guard. Whips her into her own corner. His own corner. Not opting for the tag here, instead looking to punish Molly. This isn't what I expected. Instead, drop kicking the spine. Targeting the limbs of Molly Holly. Goes for another, but comes up short as Molly expected it. Back to the feet she goes. And now uncorking some big shots. Goes for the back elbow handspring combo as Lee drops the knee. He drops the knee pad. Over the shoulders. Has her up. Powerbomb. Lee's uncorked that knee, which usually means he's setting up for a finish. Kick to the stomach. Has her hooked up. Mexican Destroyer. Plants her. But Otis, he catches Lee, who may have been looking to finish off Molly. Poison Rana from Dragon Lee. Tags out, brings Naomi into the match. Naomi we haven't really seen too much offense from. She's kind of been the savior for this team. Executioner style leg drop. From Naomi connects. Brings Molly to the outside. Heat Seeker. Dropping Molly in the ring. Otis comes in, breaks it up. Naomi has not utilized her finish just yet. It's Molly in her sights. Double underhook. Plants her down. And locks up the pin. 1, 2. So nearly it. Thought maybe a Rings of Saturn would come out from Naomi. Instead, opts for the kicks. And uncorks the head kick. Runs the back of Mighty Molly. And dances on her. Oh my word, Naomi. Cocky. Potentially to the very end. Naomi, though, caught by Mighty Molly. Or Molly Holly. Tries to get the back of her. Instead, gets a fireman's carry. Detonation kick. Plants her. Molly, though, able to make the quick tag as Dragon Lee now in the match, and he's gonna be caught. He unleashes some rage. But Otis catches him where he stands. Whips him into his corner. The tag brings in Naomi. Hip toss of their own into the kicks. Oh my word. This tandem offense effective. As Dragon Lee gonna start to be counted out here. Opts to roll out as Otis powerbomb position has Naomi up. And just swirlies her into the corner. Naomi missing the drop kick. Notice. Sends her over the top rope. This could be some apron offense in favor of Otis as he drops Naomi's spine first on the apron. Splash as well. He's looking to keep her trapped here on the outside, but Naomi fights back to her feet. Kicking the skull of Otis and now slingshotting him towards the barricade. Neither one of these two teams giving an inch as the refs issued a 5 count. Wants them back in the ring. Naomi gets tossed in. And Otis is calling. He's pointing for maybe the end. As Naomi uncorks some big shots. Drops Otis to the mat. Lee now legal. We haven't seen this team of Dragon Lee and Naomi uncorking their big offense. Molly Holly and Otis kind of been the only two to unleash some finishers. And that may be why this match is going a little bit longer. They're trying to wear out Otis and Mighty Molly. They're trying to survive their powerful offense. But Otis, I think he's done playing. Has him hooked up once more for the world's strongest slam. Plants him. Naomi breaks the pin up. We need to see that knee strike. Not that one, but the one from Dragon Lee to finish this match. He needs to go for it. He needs something. Something to stop Otis's flurry. Because he's been unrelenting as he's stalling suplex with squats. Oh my word. The power of Otis. Unbearable. Irish whip sends Lee into the corner and gets punched for his effort. Neither woman letting the man sit in the corner. And Otis brings in Molly Holly. Oh my word. That's not what I expected to see. Anyway. Back, handspring, elbow, back, elbow, hip, face, boom. I don't know what I'm saying, but a 2 count. off of it regardless. Molly Holly looking to maybe put an end to this one. I set firmly on Dragon Lee with the takedown snapmare. Takedown. Has Dragon Lee hooked up. Going in for this inverted figure four. The legs are locked in. The arms are trapped as well. And Molly Holly gets the tap out victory. It was not what I expected to see, but let's be honest. Naomi, she felt isolated on that apron for the majority of this match. Dragon Lee, he just could not get anything rolling. He pulled the knee pad down for potentially that knee strike, but he didn't really get to do it. And Otis and Mighty Molly just dominated. Put him out of his misery. These two world's strongest slams just finished him off. And then once Molly got in the ring to just tap him out, there was no escape. And I was actually saying earlier in the match that targeting the legs of the high flyer certainly would keep him grounded, and it certainly did. Did not go high risk, and he fell prey to a submission on the legs. Molly Holly wise to her offense, and that certainly was it to pick up the victory here and advance to the semi-final.
The team of Molly Holly and Otis.
Into the final, I should say. Regardless of the fact, let's move into our second semi-final of the evening. So, it's time to find out our second team. Now, I do want to point out that whichever team is on the left of my spreadsheet has won over the past two shows. So, which team will be on the left-hand side? Who will be getting a win? Without further ado, let's meet our first male. 3, 2, 1, boom! It's Kofi Kingston. We're seeing a lot of tag team wrestlers competing in this tourney. And who will be partnering Kofi Kingston? Actually, wait. No, he isn't in the tag team match. I'm forgetting it's the Usos versus Gallus this Saturday. Well, 3, 2, 1, boom! Lyra Valkyria, or Lyra, getting the shot alongside Kofi Kingston. Okay, that is a tag team. Because we all know what I do when Lyra's competing. So, yes, you best believe that's coming. Regardless of that, let's meet their opponents. Imagine if it's Doink the Clown, that'd be funny. Three, 2, 1. Braun Strowman. We've got to have people actually in IPW. Okay. Braun versus Kofi. And who is his partner? 3, 2, 1. Boom. Oh my word. That's a solid team. So yeah, we've got Michelle McCool and Braun Strowman versus Kofi Kingston and Lyra Valkyria. Let's get into the match. Well, we enter the arena for our second matchup. And the new tag team champion for a record-breaking 13th time, Kofi Kingston, makes his way to the ring.
The following is a tag team match set for Introducing first, representing the New Day, from Ghana, West Africa, weighing in at 212 pounds, Kofi Kingston!
So insane they gave him a Jamaican character when he's from Ghana. But regardless of the fact, he has become one of the greatest tag team wrestlers to ever do it. And tonight, he's going up against a difficult opponent. Braun Strowman, tall, powerful, and has freakish athleticism for a big man. His partner tonight being Lyra Valkyria. Go Birds. Double champion in terms of the Intercontinental and now Tag Team Gold. It's time to go Birds. As I'm refraining from doing the noise, you know it's coming.
And her partner from Dublin, Ireland, the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria!
Woo! 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 She's here tonight to make a statement. Realistically speaking, a lot of the combatants we've seen so far have fallen short at that big last hurdle to get title shots. And Lyra has fallen short on several occasions to get a shot at the television championship. Tonight, going for the mixed tag, looks like Kofi. This is not an easy matchup. Braun Strowman.
And from Sherrills Ford, North Carolina, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman!
Is one big SOB. Tonight, Braun's going to be realistically pushed in tag team action with a woman who has got a tag team pedigree in her own. The first ever co-WWE Women's Champion, as well as Divas Champ. Michelle McCool brings her unique style to the ring alongside Braun's powerhouse aggro offense. Simply flawless, the new Hall of Famer is ready to compete.
And from Palatka, Florida, Michelle McCool!
Can she secure victory and go towards owning our mixed tag title? Pay-per-view is certainly stacking up with legends. Obviously, Jade and Kit Wilson, the winners of our opening bout. Or opening tournament day. Day 2 could potentially see McCool and Molly Holly doing battle in the final. This legend-filled day of action is continuing on with this, our second match. And already, Braun unleashing a dropkick. Surprising offense from the big man. He can toss you, he can powerbomb you, as well as use some freakishly solid athleticism. As this early goings has been a fairly even trade. Braun now delivering a big shot to the body of Kofi Kingston. Brings in McCool. And now it's a kicking match. Kofi uncorking his styled them strikes that are signature to him. McCool, capable of unloading her own big boots and offense along those lines as she takes down Kofi Kingston into half guard and unloads some big strikes. Heads to the apron and gets caught. Valkyria, now legal, drops McCool, and this could be a dream match in McCool. She don't care about Lyra targeting Kofi on the outside. Always a nice thing to do. In fact, she's going to continue to punish him. Kick to the stomach. Lyra watching on. Swinging neck breaker. Finally, Valkyria stepping out. Grabs a hold of McCool. Side Russian leg sweep. Into the fist raining down in the face. McCool tossed into the stairs. We're up to a 5 count. McCool makes her way to her feet. The big boot connects. Dropping Valkyria. 7 count. Make it an 8. What is McCool doing? A 9 count. Both women stood out here. Valkyria. Oh, so close to a 10. Valkyria makes it back in and so does McCool. The roll up here now from Valkyria. Trying to sneak victory. McCool quickly kicks out. Grabs a hold of Lyra. Powers her up. Valkyria sneaks out the back door. Grabs a hold of the legs of McCool. Drops it into the mat. Michelle McCool, former school teacher, is an interesting background before becoming a professional wrestler. Obviously, modern day wrestlers trained from early on in their, well, when they were kids, realistically, and then to become a wrestler. Valkyria, similar story, trained in Ireland under the tutelage of Finn Balor, who's realistically trained a lot of the young European talents, the likes of Becky Lynch, Jordan Devlin, to name a couple others. As we look at how this matchup is stepping up, Kofi Kingston versus McCool right now. Kofi, perched on the second ropes, drops the double axe handle to the skull of McCool. That ponytail potentially absorbing a lot of the pressure from that strike, as this time Valkyria targets the hands with it, and a spinning roundhouse drops McCool. Lyra unloading, has her up, and just TKO blasting McCool. Makes the hot tag, and in comes Braun. Oh my word, it is size versus athleticism right now, as Lyra, probably one of the shortest wrestlers in IPW, going up against one of the tallest. But somehow Lyra coming out on top, that crossbody effective. But she's now caught in the grasp of the giant. Power slam brings her to the mat. Oh my word, that chop looked deadly. Inverted choke slam as well. It's so easy to power up Valkyria. Lift her into the sky as McCool, now legal, delivers a boot to the stomach. And this is the thing about McCool's offense. It is big boot heavy. It's faith breaker heavy. But when she gets going, she will be unstoppable. That being said, Lyra's not giving her the opportunity as a Northern Lights suplex sets Valkyria up for the pin. 1, 2. Almost a 3 there. McCool kicking out in the nick of time. There's Valkyria tagging out. Kofi Kingston now legal. And corks the roundhouse. Strikes the kick to the stomach, dropping McCool. And I think it's time for a bit of air. Boom. 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 Drops the legs. McCool covered in the center of the ring. Braun breaks the pin up. This match rolls on. Kofi could be looking trouble in paradise if he stayed in this match. Valkyria now legal. Tries to uncork a big time right. Cool catches it, delivers an enziguri. Is it time to go, birds? Drop kick from Valkyria connecting. Slap as well. No respect to the Hall of Famer. And that's going to be costly as McCool has her hooked up for the Faithbreaker. Pinfall attempt here. 1, 2. Oh, so nearly it. Kofi came in and broke it up. But I think he barely made it as well. McCool now looking to unload. Has a hold of Lyra. Picks the leg. Lyra fights her off. Kick to the stomach. Valkyria. Fisherman Buster. Oh my word. Drops her on the head. And that looked concussive. Valkyria unloading. Has McCool. Misses the chop, but picks her up. We could be seeing some nightfall. Into the pin goes Valkyria. McCool kicks out. That should have been it. Both women surviving each other's finishers. But I think we might be seeing the beginning of the end. As Braun Strowman makes his way back into the match. Step up enziguri from Kofi. Catches him though as he enters. And Kofi releasing some offense. Braun's not capable of dealing with. Braun's a freight train and just runs down smaller competition. We're yet to see really Braun unload any big offense. On to Kofi. Is trouble in paradise is evaded. McCool with ease evading that big offense. And now Kofi gonna be dropped and potentially finished. Braun goes into the pin. 1, 2. A massive kick out from the current WWE Tag Team Champion. But he's on the receiving end of this sledgehammer-like offense from Braun Strowman. Kofi. New Day drop evaded. Braun catches him off guard, delivering a lariat. Kofi, though, evades Braun's offense. Trouble in paradise. Connects. Braun in trouble. Head knocked to the ground. Somehow finds a way out of it, and no one is staying down for the others. A finisher. It's one move after another. Kofi, I don't think it's the wisest of decisions to try and power up Braun. And he's going to make you pay. Looks like maybe a chokeslam, but Kofi finds a way out of it. Braun reverses the Irish whip. Now pulling the arm out of its socket. I think the choo-choo train might be coming. And Kofi might be ran over. Military press slam sends him to the mat. Braun powering him up from a dead position with the power slam. One. Valkyria breaks it up. So nearly victory for Braun and McCool. McCool back into this one. Kicks Kofi and powers him up. Drops him. One for the Angel's wings. It's so nearly heaven for McCool. Unable to secure the victory off of it. She brings in Braun to wear down Kofi. Keep him at bay. But Kofi's finding a way back to his feet. Punches break the hold. And he's setting up for SOS. Finally, Kofi gets the reprieve to make the tag. And in comes Lyra. It's time to go, birds. Oh my. She powers up Braun. Bird of prey to nightfall. Dropping Braun. Oh my word. The freakish power of Lyra Valkyria coming into play. She takes Braun out of this game. Kofi just needs to land a kill shot. Trouble in paradise. Oh my word. Upset City could be upon us. And it is. What a finish. Nightfall into Trouble in Paradise. Effective offense to end Braun and McCool. We were almost destined for two Hall of Famers doing battle to end this show. But in the end, Lyra and Kofi spoil the party of Braun and McCool. At this point, I thought it was it. The Angel's wings locked in, planting Kofi after receiving that power slam. But this right here, just grabbing Braun as he's trying to run a freight train into the Nightfall. McCool breaks it up, but she can't stop this Trouble in Paradise as Kofi secures the victory here for his team.
Here are your winners, the team of Lyra Valkyria and Kofi Kingston.
A great victory to lead into a final war. Kofi and Lyra versus Otis and Molly Holly. You don't want to miss it right now. It's finals time here at Primetime's Arena. Kofi Kingston and Lyra Valkyria, fresh off the victory, make their way out for the finals.
The following contest is a Tornado Tag Team match. Introducing first, representing the New Day from Ghana, West Africa, weighing in at 212 pounds, Kofi Kingston.
Well, tornado tag rules apply for the finals, which means everything and anything can happen. The normal tag rules got thrown out the window. But one thing's for sure, we're guaranteed to see both teams from Friday onwards. And that's certainly a good thing, because the run of form that we saw from both these teams was really impressive heading into the finals.
Woo! 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 Woo!
Now, the good thing is, I don't need to give a proper introduction to Lyra this time, as we've done that in the opening bout. But tonight,
And her partner from Dublin, Ireland, the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria.
she is looking for success.
Woo! Woo!
Woo! You don't get to do that often when you're trying to commentate because you obviously have to run down her accomplishments. And while we've done that already, it's no easy footing to beat a Hall of Famer as well as Big Braun Strowman in the opening match of this tournament. And going up against another Hall of Famer and a powerhouse in Otis, they're looking to do the double over arguably difficult competition. But their opponents, they're looking to showcase their strength after beating Naomi and Dragon Lee.
And representing the Alpha Academy from Superior, Wisconsin, weighing in at 330 pounds,
Otis and Molly Holly looking to be the superheroes that this division needs. We already saw Jade Cargill and Kit Wilson qualify, and all it took was one powerhouse and then a weak link superstar. These two teams, realistically speaking, are very well rounded in comparison. And I think this matchup will certainly be an all-out war. As we welcome once more the Hall of Famer to the arena.
And from Forest Lake, Minnesota, Molly Holly.
Molly Holly, confident, ready for war. This matchup will not be easy, to say the least. A difficult test for the Hall of Famer. As we ready ourselves, everyone's in the ring. No DQs, no countouts. We're underway. Who will break first? The women, as always, taking control of this match early. Otis and Kofi in the mat already, and Molly and Lyra teeing off against one another. Lyra certainly in control over Otis. And whenever she gets a chance to, trying to help Kofi. Obviously, Kofi, a solid veteran of the game. A lot more ring experience than Otis as that German suplex. Effective from Lyra, who just gets ran over. Otis using his weight, his strength to just drop Lyra. And that's the thing. We saw in that opening match that Lyra has her own strength. That Nightfall bringing down Braun. It was effective. And this is certainly interesting. Kofi and Lyra had control there for moments, but control has shifted over to the men. Now the women getting involved and taking back over. Molly caught on top rope. Kofi tries to bat her off, but the crossbody connects there for Mighty Molly. As Lyra heads to the outside and finds some plunder. Kendo stick brought into the ring. Now referee getting caught. Head scissor takedown there from Lyra. And she grabs now a hold of Molly, and the men are facing the men and women facing the women. Kofi and Lyra in control, fading the offense of their opponents, but Molly quickly got back to her feet to deliver that wasteland. Brings Lyra down, but Lyra's not staying down for long. That shoulder breaker from Molly Holly, effective as Lyra takes down Otis, looking to keep him down, but Molly has the kendo stick and is attacking her own partner here. Not the best thing to do in this situation. Back handspring elbow connecting for Molly Holly. Kofi can't break the pin up, and a 2 count ascertained there by Molly Holly. On the other side of things, Otis powering up Kofi. Lifts him up in the air, and that was Nightfall. Almost set up for Lyra. Otis protecting his partner and cracking the skull of Lyra open early with that kendo stick strike. Oh my word, the power of Otis in full display right now. Sends Lyra crashing back into the ring. And now protecting once more Molly Holly. I think we're going to see the Vultures swarming in on the Raven. Northern Light suplex to Lyra. Molly Holly looking to secure victory with the move that won the opening round. The legs are trapped, the arms are trapped. Lyra has nowhere to go, but somehow gets out of the hold. But for how long? Molly applies it once again. Lyra trapped in the ring. Gets out of it again. Molly cannot secure the victory. So instead she's going to send her flying. Superman spin. Oh my word, Lyra now, kendo stick in hand, looking for some revenge. Pop, a powerbomb from Otis. Trouble in Paradise. Oh my word, Kofi from out of nowhere striking. Into the pin he goes. 2. Near fall for Kingston. Molly is locked in the Kata Hajime. Lyra again in a submission hold and falls prey to it. Molly Holly and Otis connecting with big offense, surviving the trouble in Paradise, and picked up victory. It was close. It was a brawl. In the end, the Hall of Famer too strong, too technically savvy for Lyra, and the submission ends the night. As this pop-up powerbomb teed up for that trouble in Paradise perfectly. And as Molly shook herself clear of that strike, submission gets locked in and secures victory tonight. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you tomorrow for the third night of 3 extra nights of tournament action. We'll see you then on the Breakdown Arena.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big